you. But you're all over there. Yeah. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. Aloha, everybody. It is Sunday, May 16th. And oh my gosh, time is just going.
Grandmother.
And dude, those two boxers running around there too. And check, yeah, this mic is not working. So, wow. Anyhow, those mics work. Aloha, everyone. It's May 16th. It's halfway through May already. Oh, it's still.
Come closer.
Come closer. Thank you. A little vlog, little news. Well, the birdies are mostly on that side. I can hear a lot of them over there. I did scare a little bit of them. Shoo them away last night, and this morning, so I don't see them, so they're kind of wising up, because all it is if it's ugly. If it's uncomfortable for them on this side, they're gonna be like, let's go on that side, there's plenty of room. So it's finally sinking in, because they're kind of primitive, almost like booby birds. They'll fly into the side of the house, they'll fly into. They're like, they're a little like that. So it's better for them as well, because there's cat that goes over on that side of the wall. And speaking of, those are protected species, so I have to be careful not to, I will. Never mind. I have grabbed them and put them over the fence or threw them in the air because they'll fly, but all safe. All safe, because they're protected. Now, on the other guy, the guy that was from, I don't know, he's from Washington. People saying Ukraine, but he's actually from Washington State, really. State of Washington, and he's being prosecuted. They're trying to figure out how to get him.
All right.
So it's up to several counts, and it's up to a year in jail and $70,000. This is the guy. He was in Maui at the time. He had a big boulder and he threw it at the seal and it just missed its head, and everyone was just shocked. I think somebody came up and punched him too a day or so later. Now that guy got a lawyer, because $70,000 in a year in jail, right? So he gets a lawyer, and the lawyer's trying to say, he didn't mean to hurt the poor seal. Matter of fact, he was protecting
justice,
the other wildlife. So they're saying that there was turtles, which are also protected. There was turtles on a rock, and the seal was going after the turtles. So he's like, the turtles are protected, so I'm gonna chase away the seal with throwing a rock at its head. But he didn't know the status of the seal, so he's was doing a good thing, ironically. This is lawyers, right? So they're trying real hard to get, but it's obvious. I mean, there's the video. Look, if you want a jury and you look at that, it's like, no, no, that's not protecting. And there were no turtles on the rock. See, there's turtles in the rock if you squint really. So they're pulling that sort of stuff. That kind of pisses me off with, Trump, the administration, and things that they do. And they spin it, and then they tell the crowd, the public opinion crowd, and everyone thinks they're getting away with stuff. Well, they're getting away with stuff because they're manipulating the whole court system as well. But people see that they're getting away with it, and they do it themselves. They emulate it themselves in the general zeitgeist, in the street level. So it's like, ooh, you see those? Anyway,
grandfather.
That's that. And Pele had erupted number 47, and it's calmed down. There was a big one locally. Thank you. I don't know. there's a big one locally was a storm. Now the storm was a weird thing because it wasn't a conal low, but it was a same low pressure, high low pressure. It was up in the air, and it was one of these low pressures, but it was a little bit north, and it just produced rain. It's sort of, it doesn't bring in rain, it amplifies what's there. The meteorologist says, it's like they poured a can of Red Bull on it. So whatever was there is amplified. So the other day, it just like out of nowhere, all of a sudden all these clouds come in, surround the island, go over the island, and just rain. So it was a big instant rainstorm, and it produced a statewide flooding alert, flooding warning, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh no, it's happening again, and little kind of adverse memory from before with the coastal lows. And actually the power went out for about, 100 different power outages, whacking the power off for 20,000 customers or something. It made an impact. And then, of course, there's the Trump back from China. And what are you going to do about Iran? Because Iran wants to control the Strait of Hormuz. So the oil tanker choke point, Strait of Hormuz, is still closed. Trump wants it open at the cost of, we'll go, and it's a ceasefire now because Trump's running afoul of the 60-day limit on the presidential war powers. It's passed several times. The War Powers Act limit passes and they rename it. And they start, it's not a war, it's a skirmish. And then they rename it. It's not Project Fury, that ended. It's Epic Fury ended. This is Project Freedom Oil or whatever. They're just renaming, try to get around Congress. And this is not going unnoticed. And midterm elections are coming up. And they're trying to say that the economy's good, and
I can't speak.
It's not. And so there's an Iran ceasefire. He's gonna make another deal. You know, he's like remember, he's ending all these wars. He's up to 8. He's going up to 9 and 10. And Iran wants to keep control of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran wants reparations, payback in the trillions from the U.S. So, in my estimation, if Trump don't budge and the strait don't open, Trump's going to start a kinetic war. He's going to start firing missiles on Iran again. That's so we're all watching this, me and Michael watching this, because we're trying to figure out how the stock and the cryptocurrency is going up and down. It's like, well, just make a noise. And this is really just going toy. And so, yeah. And then, of course, there's Cuba, because Cuba is a failed state, and they're always looking for the excuse to take over Cuba, just like they took over Venezuela. They wanted to take Canada and Greenland. They want to control, this is the Trump administration, all of North America. We control the Western Hemisphere. And, you know, that Monroe Doctrine back in the days of Panama Canal, President Monroe, it was about, we have a vested interest in anything in the Western Hemisphere. Trump is like the Donroe Doctrine, which is more like take over the Western Hemisphere. So the power mad stuff and the Ukraine thing might be winding down simply because Russia is basically losing. It's a war of attrition in the sense that they thought Ukraine would fold eventually in 2 weeks. But it's been 4 years more than 4 years. But it's really Russia that's having attrition of its things and soldiers and war machine, because the Zelensky and Ukraine and those guys are having great success with the drone thing. So Russian is kind of losing basically, and they're just, we're gonna try to save. So that has a possibility. But you know who's gonna take credit for ending that war? Trump. So everybody goes, okay, that's way too much blah blah. It's Saturday. Let's see what's going on. It's not raining right now. The birdies are over there. Oh, Hawaii news. Saturday. Oh, Patel. Oh my God, the FBI director, Kash Patel. Apparently, about a year ago or so, Patel went to Australia through Hawaii, and he came back to Hawaii, and he got a special snorkeling adventure down at where the USS Arizona Memorial. So that's an officially it's not supposed to be doing this, but Patel's like, I want to go snorkeling on the USS the sunken Arizona in Pearl Harbor, and with his buggy eyes inside of a face mask and snorkeling. So now they're just like, excuse me, he had a VIP snorkel tour, and so I can't believe these guys. So there's still 1,000 people, 1,000 sailors entombed down there in the Arizona Memorial. It's not a snorkeling trip. So yeah, last night there was like lightning bolts and thunder. Thunder sounded strange. It wasn't. Well, I was in a different part of the island, but there's bolts and lightning and oh my God! See, because this El Nino, if you notice here, the El Nino is a big kind of El Nino this year, so this is going to be common. Trump to decide soon on Taiwan arms sales. He already gave them tens of billions of dollars, and now there's another $14 billion. All that Trump has to do is sign it. Right after he met with Xi, and she ain't happy, and when she ain't happy, China ain't happy. So Trump's about to go face to face with being a two-faced hypocrite to China. Oh gosh, oh no. What do we got? Oh, sports, of course. There's a huge rainbow. They're kind of willing and winning. They experience a senior night reflect the year after 8-1 lost. Wait, what? They lost? Rainbows experience a senior night and reflect on the year after. Oh, okay. So they won, but a year ago they lost? They both for a group photo anyways. But we're gonna win. Okay, kiddo, yay. You're trying to be like basketball. And then basement, basketball. Let's go back in the day. See what's happening here. Do a little back in the day. Remember back in the day when you were relaxed, you just 1982, you just grab yourself a sheet and do a sort of do-si-do with the sheet over your head. Boys playing along Kalakaua Avenue teamed up to stay out dry on the wet weather, fashioned a collective rain hat out of plastic. Let's put plastic over our heads. Okay, get out of breath and put plastic over your head. So here it is, the rainstorm again. Yeah, it just came down and scared the pants out of everybody, and there was some type of flooding. It just made it instant flash flooding in different parts. This was the road, and the early risers go and they wander around the tree.
Psychic.
Oh, look, little cartoon craters.
I guess the press is asking him more Epstein questions.
He's going to war. I'm gonna send fighters out there. Look what's happening over there. What do you mean, Epstein? Oh, there's no such thing. Oh, that's over with. Oh, let's see what we got here.
Replace carbon with fuel tax. Accused rocks under Gerber Peg. Stole supply with Lloyd. Yes.
Guess who did this one here? Trump. Assuredly.
Trump distracts from Epstein with Iran war.
Once again, Donald Trump distracts the public attention from his personal indiscretions by committing our nation to a war. Within the first couple weeks, many soldiers lost life or limb. It's easier to forget about the Trump-Epstein affair when personal sacrifices that actually matter are being made. However, the convicted sex offender is getting off scot-free because he is a born billionaire who has a sycophant in high places. That's just evil! Stuart Tabath Manoa. Yeah, thank you for the letter. Absolutely. Talking in tutu voice and all that. He wasn't born a billionaire, but he was given his millions He's so many bankruptcies. Anyways, yeah.
Understand.
His group right now is the group of billionaires. It's the neo-oligarchs. He's surrounded by the tech bros and billionaires and millionaires. There's ballrooms. He's asking $1 billion from taxpayers for that. And all this. And look at all this stuff. There's a giant building in Australia. It's going to be the tallest building in Australia. It was going to be a Trump Tower, and they canned it. They're just like, Australia's like, no, we're not going to have the tallest building with Trump on the top in Australia. So, yeah, they get away with stuff. And this thing about distraction, he's been doing that. And it's a little concerning because how much of this stuff, like the Iran war, how much of this stuff can we have avoided? Because that Iran war is not only illegal and unconstitutional style, it's wreaked havoc, kicked the hornet's nest, and now the thing in Iran they didn't think they didn't even consider the choke point of oil supply. They didn't even consider that until now, and now it's a talking point that they want completely. Okay, they want that now, and they're gonna have that now unless Trump continues to just bomb the heck out of Iran, which might happen anytime now. But him doing all that, which actually could have been avoided, is a little like, hey, Epstein Files, Epstein File, and there's still a lot of culpability, a lot of he's got to answer to the fire with that stuff and other stuff too.
They hide.
How much stuff has he illegally done? He's gotten away with just because he sneaked into office with this MAGA base. Oh God. Okay, yeah. So anyways, it is Saturday, so have a wonderful Saturday. It might be a good weekend. I don't know. Crossing fingers with this cryptocurrency thing. Aloha now. Aloha to you. Bye now. Oh, the fish right. Look.
It's kind of cloudy, but it's gonna get sunny.